Good evening, folks. Wasteland. Not sure what that is. Hey, look. There's people on. Neat. High above Mucky Muck, castle made of sky, there's that wonder boy sitting oh so proudly. No, what a horrible rhyme. Lovecraft will be rolling over in his grave. Sorry, I'm reading some of the I kind of have the thing blocked, so I don't want to give away any information about the server. Godfather of... Oh, okay. God, yeah, something that old, that'd be rough. I mean, I'm sure you could get it to run, but you'd have to do a lot of tinkering. I'd, instead of getting the Steam version, look for one elsewhere, and because you generally have more flexibility with non-Steam games as far as tinkering with the you know, game files and whatnot to get it to work. What the hell did I do? Ah, good old day command. Let there be light. No, one that you can download like Pirate Bay or something. A game that old, you could probably find on Pirate Bay. Now. Just, you know, be careful who you download for. Make sure they have a skull next to their name. You know, make sure they're trusted. Take the necessary precautions, that kind of thing. Okay, we made a melee character. Last night I said I was going to, and today I did. Got him up to level 28, I believe. Yeah, level 28. We're going to hit 30. This is Asheron's Call. This is the MMO that I cut my teeth on. It's not currently live anymore. And I gotta figure out where the hell I am. I forget where I am. What town? I don't even remember what town I'm in. I think Blue Spire. Yes, we're in Blue Spire. So we want to go north. And eventually we'll get out of town and be able to find stuff to kill. Basically, what I'm doing... Oh, no. I'm going to go do some pincher dungeons real quick just to get to level 30. And then, I got a upgrade for my piercing weapon over here that I can't use until I'm level 30. So we're going to go do that quick, and to do that we need this. Well, actually I need this. But let's unload our loot first. Is that the guy? I don't know if that's a guy or not. No, that's not the guy. It's on something over. No, he's up here. Okay. Ah. Tickle in my ear. This came out just after EverQuest did, Burning One, and if they'd been a little more diligent in their production schedule, this is probably the game that everybody would have been playing instead of EverQuest. But EverQuest beat them to the punch, and as such... Huh, neat. Oh great, a bunch of useless spells. The trade skill tinkering hasn't been implemented yet. And these helmets, these hats. Yes, MMO. Yep. Originally came out in 1999. It's my chicken hat. We got that one. And that one. We'll keep that one. Danny Maple, the Maple Man cometh. Now we'll sell the other one. Wait, which one's the better one? This is the better one. We'll sell this one. Okay, unload our loot, get buffs, and then go kill some bugs to get to level 30 real quick so we can use our poking stick. And then we're going to go hunting for some weapons and armor upgrades. Oh, good. Yeah, we're going to be getting the band back together tomorrow night for some more lower gut, probably, if you're interested. Same bat time, same bat channel. Or same frog time, same frog channel, I guess, case may be. Sorry if you get any background noise. The Queen Waitiva next door is in rare form tonight. Keep that. Sorry, I'm just making sure I don't sell anything I want to keep. Then we gotta visit the jewelry vendor. Then we can get out of here. We'll kill some bugs, do the first 2 pincher dungeons. And that should get us to level 30. Now we might even level just getting the pinchers. And then we can use our poking stick, and then we can actually go out and find some real weapons. Major bludgeon wound. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, we're done with that. Boom. Ah, crap. I forgot to get my buffs. Derp. Derp, derp, derp. And we're buffed. I love that. I love that. This guy does in 1 second what normally takes a player 15 minutes to do. And that's using a, you know, a bot, a macro. beaten stick, number 4. Yeah, bugs are weak to bludgeoning. Yo, Fat Tony! What's going on? You and I will hook up on the vanilla server in the future, I swear. I gotta get this out of my system. Okay, we can do the first 2. We can't do that one until we hit level 30. But that's okay. I don't think we're going to need all 3 of them. I actually need to kill these guys. Well, and the beast isn't awake or asleep yet. How about that? These guys drop these little totem things I need for a quest. And, so I have to kill him. Got no choice. You know how it is. Of course, they have to drop the little totem things first, which they're not. And then we got some water golems over here that I have to kill because they're golems. I always kill golems because they might drop motes. And you can turn motes into some really decent weapons. Yeah, didn't drop a mote, but he dropped a heart. Turn that in for experience. And he dropped a heart too. No mote. These are motes. Well, it's 4 motes combined together. And then you combine these 2 together to get a thing, and then you combine 2 of the things together to get another thing, and then you stamp that thing with a thing, and it allows you to get a weapon. It's all very scientific. But for now, we want our beaten stick. I don't know if you can hear her, but the beast is still up there talking to herself. And this is what a melee character looks like. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on loot because we got stuff to do. Oh, she's calling for me. Try to avoid letting them get behind you. Oh, she's a character. These guys don't really drop much. But you gotta check, you never know. Let me in the door. I might have to go up and give her a retuck. Problem is, there's nowhere safe in this dungeon to do so. Nope, this way. Jeez. She is tenacious. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. Should be okay right here. I'll be right back. Right back. That's alright. The buffs I got, they're not really going to kill me anytime soon. It's more precaution than anything. They could get lucky. What will you stop? What are you trying to prove? Okay, onward. Let's get in the room and just kill them all at once. Now we're looking for the pincher. One of them drops a pincher. It may not be any of these. It's a weapon mastery. No, so it's got to be some of the ones downstairs. One of these definitely will drop it. There's our pincher. everything a quick check. There's another pincher. You can only grab one every 24 hours. There's another one. Okay, and we're done here. So now we go on to the next one. These are your dailies. You can do these every day. There's Olthoi ones, the bugs that we're killing right now, and then there's Tusker ones, the orange monkey things. But for now, we're just going to worry about the Olthoi ones. The Olthoi pinchers give better XP. The Tusker ones, not so much. The primary reason for doing the Tusker ones is you get these recall gems that you can go right back to the island with. The monkeys have their own island. It's funny, actually. A lot of amusing little things. There's a NPC called Bright Eyes, you know, from Planet of the Apes. Lots of Planet of the Apes references, actually. Trophy items. Always looking for trophy items. That's one of the nice things about this game is as you're out and about hunting and killing stuff, you're always coming across things that drop trophy items, especially if you're just doing random out in the world hunting. You know, you got your golems for the moats, you got fragments for the armor pieces, this, that, and the other thing, hides and pelts. I got a whole bag full of trophy items here that I got to turn in yet. And you either get XP, gear, or both. I'm supposed to be doing a special event tomorrow, but they're doing it too early for me to be able to stream it, so... But I might take part and record it and then upload it. I don't know, we'll see. Now, if you want to do a quick little pitter patch, you can do that too. Just choo. Lots of variety, lots of options. Now these guys we're actually going to have to start checking. Might put together a Yori suit for this guy. What's nice about this guy is he's got the strength to carry anything. Uh-oh, looks like there's people here. Or they could be in a different dungeon. The all the dungeons in the game are housed underneath the ocean. Well, when you go through those portals, it takes you to a location underneath the ocean in the center of the continent. So sometimes you'll pick up on chat from other dungeons, because like if somebody's in a dungeon that's right next to this one in the ocean somewhere, you can pick up on the chat. Quick loot. Not really checking too vigorously. You don't have a lot of time because the respawn timer has been cranked up quite a bit. So for these quickie little things, you just have to get in and out real quick. If you want to actually look for loot, You're better off just going overland, because the overland spawn times are different. Basically just looking for specific icon types, and you know, if I see anything that looks potentially usable, then I will investigate further. I'm just going to go right on in. There's a few things that they don't have working yet, like the yellow stamina bar. Ordinarily that would be going down really fast in a situation like this, because you lose stamina every time you attack and every time you get attacked. And these guys attack pretty quick. So, you know, if everything was implemented the way it was originally, I would be losing stamina at a fairly alarming rate. Not have my number 9 slot over here on the hotkey bar would house stamina potions. And I would be clocking them left and right. But it's a work in progress. This is what I like about melee characters. They are the definition of the term tank. They're so hard to kill. They don't do as much damage output as mages or archers, but they're so hard to take down. Here's our pincher. I'm just doing quick loots, looking for specific armor types. I'm probably sacrificing a lot of stuff here, but that's okay, they'll make more. Then we click on our little yellow gem here, and we're out. This guy will eventually have creature life and item magic, just like my archer does. He won't be as good at it though, because he started with high strength, high coordination, relatively high quickness for the defenses. His defenses will be lower than the archers, but instead of doing mitigation, he'll do absorption through the armor. Now, I have to take those 2 pinchers and go over here to Red Spire, which is right here. And there's a guy in this one house that you hand them to, and there's a whole range of these pincher things. This is the lowest level one, and it goes all the way up to beyond the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are in that little dungeon thing. I think there's 3 or 4 more higher level than that you have to get to via that plateau way in the background there. You actually have to run to them. Only 4.5 million. God, that leveled me up quite a few times. Well, we've just upgraded that with that. Had a piercing weapon. We can get rid of the crappy healing kits now. Just sell those, because now we got 4 good ones. There's different qualities of healing kits. And, these ones are about the best you can get, other than ones that you'd craft. Put that one in slot number 1. Always make sure your healing kit's in slot number 1 if you're playing melee or an archer. These are for titles. You hand these back to the guy and then you get the title. These are crap. I don't need them. And I want to go to the Halls of Metos. That's a dungeon full of undead things and golems, because I need a whole bunch of motes. what are we doing? Vendor. Let's sell some stuff. Dispersing, what's going on? FISA memo. FISA memo. Shit's gonna start hitting the fan, yo. Now these 2 rings that we just received as rewards for the pinchers, you can't sell, and they kind of suck, and they're no drop. And the only way around that is to hand them over to the town crier. He takes all your no drop stuff that you don't want. And I just got the 1 piece of jewelry. I don't have a lot of loot, to be honest with you. Then you got all these different bags. You got one for healing kits, one for all your trade notes, your money. This is one I keep all my shards and motes in. And this is just a random catch-all. These are empty. And then this is all my turn-in items, which we should go do right now. Yeah, it's gonna. I think there's going to be this chain reaction resulting from this because it invalidates so many things, so many investigations. Got a copy of it. I downloaded a copy of what was released. The whole thing hasn't been released yet. Just a couple pages, but it was enough. Holy shit, was it enough? Now what are we doing? Going to turn in these rewards. Somebody turned me on to this gem. Boy, it's a lifesaver. It takes you to the facility hub, but then when you turn around the facility hub, this is where all those quests are. Then when you turn around there, you got a portal that takes you to the town network that gets you to all different towns. We're going to Cragstone for the hides and Heavy in Tow for the hearts. So let's go to Heavy in Tow first. So I think I actually got a couple weapons out of some of these. Broken fragment. This is my new weapon. It's just a spear. Nope, they drop these little things right here. Like, these make a nice suit of armor, but you need a whole lot of them. These and then some little things from creatures called shadows. Then you combine them all together in certain ways. But it takes a whole lot of them to make a suit. A whole lot of them. But then in here we have the trophy smith. This guy upstairs here. And he takes all these golem hearts. Now you can do other things with them, but this is, you get XP for them. That I'm pretty sure you have to take to a mask maker. Does this guy take it? Will he take it? No, he won't take it. And that's it from him. And the rest of this stuff, except for those. Yeah, see, all this stuff's got to go down there too. These y'all have to do on the island that we were just on. There's a red plant for red dye. Dyes don't work yet, unfortunately, but I'm still saving the plants because I'll fix it someday and I want to be prepared. Yeah. Now there's a portal to Cragstone just down the road here. I just happen to know this because this used to be my hometown. All my characters would always make their way from the Shaoxi starter town down the road of doom to Heavy in Tow. This road right here. I believe Danny just said it was the Jews. What do you mean? Then down here in town there's a leather crafter who puts all these hides to use. Most of the stuff you get from is crap until much later levels. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. These are sleeves that are crap. I don't know what these make, but we'll find out. Oh, we got Usuran hide boots. Or snakeskin boots. I wonder what they look like. Who knows? Let's take our pants off. Can't see them really. Well, they'll go to the vendor. What's this? Romney hide helmet. Let's see what that looks like. Most of these are just getting for the cosmetic reasons. Neat. Still learning all my starter armor, all the armor I started with in the game. Haven't found anything to upgrade it with yet, because it's pretty decent, all things considered. I'll sell all those. Right? Right. $918 electrical. I don't have anything electrical, but and it is a light weapon, so that will go in slot number 6. But we'll sell the other ones. That guy in the other room buys armor, this guy buys weapons. It used to be when you sold stuff, you get a stack of coins in your inventory. And if you sold a whole lot of stuff, you get a whole lot of stacks, because they only stack to like 10,000, I think, or something like that. I forget what it is. And when you're out in the Direlands hunting, the stuff out there is really high value. So when you take it back to the vendor, well, that's the stuff you look for. You look for the high value stuff, because most of it's crap, unless it's something you're actually going to use. You'd sell all your stuff and your bag would be full of coins, and then you have to convert those into trade notes. But now they just have this phantom purse, because there's an issue with stacking. They haven't figured out how to make things stack when an NPC hands you something, like a stack of things. They haven't figured out how to do that yet. They can hand you one, but they can't hand you a stack. So until they figure that out, they just use the phantom purse. The phantom purse. That's the next Star Wars movie, since it's been taken over by women. Oh, good. According to Tucker Carlson, yoga is now racist. That's good. It's good. It's the hat trick. Now, what are we doing? Moats. We need moats. We're going to try Metos. It might be a little too early to go to Metos, but we're going to try it. Oh, we got a shit ton of experience to spend. 9 million XP. Well, first thing we're going to do is raise up our health a bit. Raise our strength. Raise our coordination. Raise our quickness. That's our defenses. Quickness and coordination are your defenses. That's our magic. And that's our magic. Yo, Micah, what's going on? How's work? And we got 7 skill credits available. We got creature, item, and life. So now we need mana conversion. That will allow us to cast our spells much more cheaply. All for 7. Good deal. Good deal. And what do you have planned for your 7 days off? And just like that, all of our experience is gone. You earn experience to level up, but you also earn experience to spend on your skills. Normally, when the system's working properly, your skills will actually earn experience themselves. You'll see this bar down here fill up. Yeah, that's a good way to spend it. Sit back, chill, watch a football game on Sunday. Harry Ketchup. Harry. What's going on, Harry? Okay, we need to buff. Then we're going to go to the Halls of Metos. Well, let's go to Tufa first. Where'd my arrow go? No, we want to go this way. Grundum Tufa. Oh, good. Yeah, I watched your airplane video. I thought for sure you were going 9/11, one of those skyscrapers. That's going to get worse dispersing in light of this, between the Bitcoin issue and then this the documents being, or the memo being released. I think you're going to see that drop even further yet. I mean, I'm no economist, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Where is the town crier? Games are supposed to be fun. Don't tell me this town doesn't have a freaking town crier. Every town has a town crier. Oh, okay. So the winner of the Super Bowl is based on ratings now. I get it. Okay, I was wondering. I didn't know how it worked. I don't watch football, so. There's our town crier. Yeah, well, and, you know, oh God. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I need a coffee. Ooh, she got excited about me getting coffee. Scripting event. Well, welcome to modern sports. It's going the way of professional wrestling. They're getting rid of the whole kayfabe thing, and they're just letting you know who's going to win in advance now. Just like professional wrestling did a few years back. Be right back. Need a coffee. Okay. You like underground hip hop and rap. That's okay. You can still watch the stream despite that. This is the thing that I've been saying about the stock market all along. No. Well, it's a very small select group. The servers, it's not live anymore, Burning One. It's kind of renegade servers now, because Warner Brothers are dicks. They bought the rights to the game, and they are being very unpleasant about the emulated servers, despite the fact that it has such a small population and nobody's making any money off of it. In fact, the people that are running the emulators are insisting that nobody try to donate money. Pure labor of love kind of thing. And something I've been saying all along about the stock market, you know, it's all well and good that, you know, the price is going up, but the value of the dollar is also going down, and you can't separate those two. The two go hand in hand. Yeah, $15,000 increase in stocks, you know, with the numbers. But that's also based on a dollar that, you know, is absolutely worthless. Now, we are going to the halls of Metos, and I got this handy dandy little third-party application that I pump in the coordinates: 4.4 south, kind of space, 0.6 west. Wait, what? 4.4 south, 4 south, space, 0.6 west. Ah, okay. Must have hit a comma. You're not the first person to say that. I'm trying to get Tommy to make me a better one. He has much better skills than I do. You know, despite the fact that I used to do graphic design, he actually kept up on it, and I stopped doing it years ago. Yeah, it's the best I can cobble together with my limited skill set. I really do need to update it though, because it's the second time in as many days that somebody said, "I thought that was a hat." We are going to the halls of Metos, and I think what I'm going to do when I get there is tie to the portal. And then recall back to town to get rebuffed. Because by the time I get there, it's a fairly long run, 10 clicks. They use a coordinate system, north, south, east, and west coordinate system. But while we're running, we keep a constant lookout for fragments. Broken fragments, fragments, dual fragments, and shadows. That's a fire elemental right there. Stony armadillo. There's a lot of this, just running across the countryside to get to the dungeon you want to go to. You find somewhere that's close, you know, town, whatever, and then you just run the rest of the way. There's a rune chest over there. Ordinarily I'd stop for it, but they haven't been populated yet, activated yet. So we're just going to let it go. Shallow Rift. Lots of weird stuff out in the desert. Stuff that you don't normally see anywhere else. Lots of undead. Boy, things escalated here rather quickly. What the hell is that? Oh, Auroch. Cow. Now this dungeon we're going to, some sections are, there's a fragment. No, it's a doll. Damn it. You'll have a section of undead, and then once you get past the section of undead, you get to the golems. And it's the golems that we're looking for, because they drop the motes, like I said earlier. And we need a whole lot of motes. Sorry about any possible background noise. Like I said, Queen Waitifah next door is it's the beginning of the month, so she got her checks. So she's partying. I just want to kill that. Nothing. Okay. You end up carrying a lot of weapons. Is that it? Halls of Metos. Yes. So I'm going to tie to this portal. And in order to do that, I have to put my portal tie spells up. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you can do a rogue on there, but you're still losing out on your backstab. That's the only problem. Unless you get a tank mercenary. On tab 7, 8, whatever it is. I don't do Roman numerals. If you get a tank mercenary, then you can use your backstab ability, but then you don't have a healer. And our tie spells: primary portal tie, secondary portal tie. Okay. Now you got these 3 spells here. This allows you to tie to a life stone other than the one that you're bound to. This allows you to tie to one portal. This allows you to tie to a second portal, and then you can cast these spells, these first 3 spells, to teleport back to that spot. Like if I tie to this portal from here, it'll teleport me to the inside of the portal, whatever's on the other side of the portal. And then you have these spells that allow you to summon. I'll show you here in just a second. So I'm going to tie to this portal. And then I can use my number 4 spell to cast the portal summoning spell. And then you double click on that and it'll bring you through here. Got it? Got it. Good. But right now we're going to head back, get some buffs, because I want to go in there with fresh buffs. Oops, I don't even want to go there. I want to go here. That's the biggest disadvantage to playing a rogue, if you're doing a solo play, is you never get to take advantage of your backstab. Okay, bucks are fresh. Pull out our wand and do our primary portal recall. That brings us inside the dungeon. It takes you to the other side of the portal that you just tied to. Now we're just going to do a mad dash past the undead because we don't want to fight those guys. And that's why. Oh, we missed it. Damn it. We missed it. So, we're going to try that again. It's a pit of acid, and if you don't jump over top of it, or if you don't jump over it, you'll slowly die. Let me put a life stamina to mana spell up there, excuse me. I don't know if I can cast the level 4 yet. That'll take us right back to the entrance, where we can try again. Damn it, get out of the way. It's not their melee attacks I'm worried about, it's their spells. It's the spells that kill you. There. We're good. How the hell did you get across there? It's so physical or melee attacks all day. But once they start slinging spells, it starts to get a little ouchy. Now we're going to come into copper golems, I believe. Yep. And this is where we're going to camp. Ooh, iron golems. Golems cast spells too, so you got to keep an eye on your life. Like that. Let's see, nope, that was good. And we're going to kill these things until we're sick of them. Take the hearts for the turn-ins. But we're primarily looking for motes. Those little yellow Twinkie looking things. I might actually go past these guys and go after the copper golems that are deeper in. Even though these are technically lower level, the copper golems are easier to kill. Respawn fast. Might not be able to. See if we raises our magic defense just to soak up some of that spell damage. Moat. That's what we're looking for right there. Moat. This might not take that long at all. Just wait for the respawn. Take advantage of the rapid respawn rates. This is the Halls of Metos. The exit portal of this dungeon has a neat little characteristic. Sometimes it'll bring you out right where you went in at. Sometimes it'll bring you out somewhere on the other side of the world. And there's one very close to this town in the Direlands called Iron Boar, which is a nice place to be. So if you keep going in and out, in and out, in and out, eventually you'll end up there. Because there's no other easy way to get there. It's way over on the far side of the Direlands. Excuse me. Probably dying. These are golems. There's a bunch of varieties of them. Wood, iron, copper, crystal. Crystal golems are a pain in the ass. Diamond, vapor, mist. Pretty much any substance you can think of has a golem made out of, or it's made into a golem. Now we're doing this to get a weapon, but we're actually going to need 4 of them, because you can insert these stones into them to give them elemental properties. Ooh. And there's a tool you can use to take the stone out and put another stone in, but then you stand a chance of either breaking the tool or breaking the stone, which means you have to go back and get another one. So it's better to just make 4 weapons and put a stone in each one of them. But that requires a lot of modes. I still think I want to go down further to the copper golems. Yeah, let's try it out. I just didn't want to have to go through the revenants. They're a pain in the butt. Yeah, they are some spellcasters, boy. They don't drop anything on this. take advantage of the terrain, trap some of them on the other side of the wall so you're not dealing with all those spells all at once. Normally those guys drop really nice loot. On this server, not so much. Obsidian golems already? What the hell? It's not supposed to be obsidian, it's supposed to be copper. Obsidian golems are a pain in the ass. They hit hard. Right, this might be the there's an earlier version of the dungeon that had iron and obsidian, and this might be it. As long as they don't cast spells, we're good. Piercing do anything? Nope. Stick with legend. It's a slow process. Should have stuck with the iron golems. But the higher level the golem is, the greater the likelihood that it drops a moat. And these guys might actually drop some good loot too. Or not. Ooh, what's that? No, you can't spawn yet. Nope. You want to know what's an absolute buzzsaw in the live servers, Danny, if you get yourself a healer merc? Is warriors. As long as you got a dedicated healer merc on your warrior, they just shred everything in their path. Normally these guys are real spell happy, but these ones seem to be less inclined to cast spells, which I'm okay with. Yeah, they're insane. You start dual wielding with them, and then they just shred everything. Oh, then you can go two-hander. Get yourself a good two-hander. A lot of the old school drops are still better DPS on the live servers than the newer Defiance stuff. God, they're spawning faster than I can kill them. Not getting a chance to loot. quick loots. Hearts and moats. Most of you already know the girlfriend is a pharmacy technician, and she's always coming home with these interesting stories. There was a retired government employee in there that was bitching about government employees having health insurance while she was using her government-issued retired government employee health insurance. There's some validity to that, yeah. Ooh, don't worry. Hey, you guys are actually hitting me. Knock it off. This is the place to go if you need moats. There's one other place too, but it's granite golems. Granite golems take forever. But this place is awesome for moats. There's also zone modifiers that you have to take into account too. Some zones have XP modifiers, some don't. Some have XP penalties. If you're able to kill a mob, like a blue mob, relatively quickly, without, you know, a lot of downtime in between, then you're just naturally going to make more XP soloing because you don't have to split it. Of course, if you kill a mob and then you have 5 hours of downtime in between while you heal up, then that's problematic. But as a monk, you know, between your regeneration rate on the XR and mend, you don't have a lot of downtime in between fights. So you're able to generate more XP per hour than ooh, sturdy iron key. That's fun. Now I just need to find a sturdy iron chest if they're even populated. I don't know if they're populated. But yeah, it is. Need to die. Those aren't dropping motes. I need motes. I just need to start dropping shit. Better off going up and killing the iron golems up top. I've earned 9 million XP so far this session, since I logged on to start streaming. Or 9 million XP. I'm level 36. It goes up to 275. So that gives you a rough idea of how much XP you end up earning over the course of your character's lifetime. But this lady, her insurance company changed the terms of her policy and gave her a $22,000 deductible, $2,200 deductible, and the lady couldn't understand why her insurance wasn't covering her medication. I was just trying to explain to her that, you know, the changes in your insurance policy, you now have a deductible. And I said, well, I never had that problem with my insurance before, and she said, it's because your insurance has changed. What part of this don't you understand? Moot. You gotta check them. Let's go over this side for a little while. Start taking them to the four corners. Now on the live servers, you're not going to do any of that stuff. You're going to go to Crescent Reach. You're going to level in Crescent Reach. Then you're going to go to Blightfire Moors, and you're going to level in Blightfire Moors, and then you're going to go to Gorkar Mesa. On and on. There's a trail, literally a trail that you just keep going down as you gain levels, until you get to about 70 or so. You can. They all still exist. But if you want the most efficient leveling method, that's the way to do it. And it's all solo. And quests. Lots and lots of quests. There are quests all over the place. and they're all worth doing. Get a lot of XP for them. Which actually helps. So instead of just being a grind. Smoked. Oh, I even had the hat trick. You know, it's leveling with a purpose. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's another nugget. So we need 4. Actually need one more to make one sword. You can still do the grind if you want to do the grind, but there's a lot more running around and exploring now. It's actually more suitable to exploring now than it was back in the day. It encourages you to do so, to go out and explore the world, rather than sit in one spot and kill the same thing over and over again. It's very exploration oriented now. But you can still go to High Pass, you can still go to Field of Bone, you can still go to all those places if that's what you want to do. But all new characters start in Crescent Reach. There's no more starting in Rivervale or starting in Kabilis or any of that. All new characters start in Crescent Reach. As soon as we get one more moat, we're going to head out. Done 500,000 just since we started killing these things. 500,000 XP. Nope, there's our last one. Yeah, another sturdy iron key. Let's kill this guy just for shits and giggles. One to grow on. One stand over there, just out of range, just out of aggro range, which is nice. There's a chance to check some of these things out. Okay. Nothing, so we're gonna pop one out of there. We got all the motes we needed for now. Now we take two of those, combine them together, two of those, combine them together. And then we combine two of those into a nugget. Oh shit, we need one more. Don't tell me we need one more. Yep, we need one more. God damn it. Jumped the gun a little bit. Ah, crap, we need one more. That's right, we had to rebuff soon anyhow. We're going to go turn these into the heavy and tow. So we got time for that first. First place we have to go is down the road. Ooh, water gallon. That could be our fourth moat. Yeah, there's our fourth moat. How about that? There's our ingot of high quality. Then we take that to the crater village and we apply a glyph to it, and it turns it into a weapon. And then after you apply the glyph to it, you hand it over to this magma golem who turns it into a weapon for you. We will get to that momentarily. We're going to turn in these black stones first to this lady down the road here that likes black stones for whatever reason. It's exciting. My first Atlan on this server. I don't know about you, but I'm almost giddy. Trophy item. But this is where we're heading. This little hut right here. I'm sitting an enchantress, takes these chunks of black stone. Wait, what? Oh, stone collector up in town. Never mind. Greater Manticore? Where did I see that at? Shadow Child. Where did I see that at? There you are, you little bastard. This is a shadow. This is a former resident of the world who has been converted into the shadow people. And they drop these little black things that look just like the motes. But this is the guy we want right here, these two. They drop horns that you use to make a bow for my archer. See what I mean? There's always something. You're always killing something because it drops something you need. These guys are just a pain in the ass. And there it is. Now I got two of them. That's all I needed for the bow. Woolly armor is my favorite armor, but some people say it looks like pajamas. But I say to each his own. I like it. They look comfy. It's kind of like very decorative padded armor. It's the higher level racial armor of the Gurundam folk, the desert people, Middle Easterners, effectively. Each race has its own low-level base armor and then a higher level advanced armor. Like the show have, for their low-level armor, they have the Yori armor, which is all this stuff right here, except for the shoes. And then for their higher level armor, they have the Kujia armor. It kind of looks like samurai garb. The Alluvians have plate mail as their low level, and then Selden is their higher level. It's kind of like this plate mail with all these veins going through it and whatnot. Really pretty, really pretty. And the Gurundam have the Amuli. Ring mail lower, Amuli higher. Oop. What the hell? Who collects? Oh, Stone Collector and Calabar. That's who it is. Alright. Well, since we're here, we'll hit the Trophy Smith with all these hearts. I don't know what you get for an obsidian heart. I think you just get some potions. But this is our heart collector. For these you get the Golem Mace, which we already have one of. With these I believe you just get potions. Nope. Coin. But you get 30,000 XP, which is nothing to sneeze at. You can also carve these into a key ring to hold the sturdy iron keys that I was picking up to hold these. But I don't think the sturdy iron chests are working yet. So yeah, happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. I hear the Queen Shaniqua next door over there partying. I don't know, she's like 30 years old. 30, 31, something like that. And I'm like, what is wrong with Graham? What's going on? You have kids. Haven't you gotten beyond that? Shouldn't you just like be doing kid-friendly things? But then I remembered, oh yeah, you hate your children. Alright, let's see if we can find passage to... Well, let's get a buff first before we try this. We're going to head up to the Crater Village and see if we can make our weapon. I need to find out which one I have to get. Light weapon, that's the mace. The mace is hideous. I don't want to get the mace. I wanted the sword. The sword is sexy. The mace is just stupid. Oh well, I guess we gotta do it. I'm hoping there's a portal that takes me directly there. Otherwise, I have to go through this cave full of these little freaking pixie things that sling spells at you a mile a minute. So we're going to search around and see if there's a portal to take you directly there first. We're looking for Ahurunga, Nidisa, Crater Village, Timaru, Fian Outpost. That's Crater Caves. Might have to do that. Danby's Outpost, Westwatch, Red Spire, and Saramar. So how the hell do we get there? I guess we're taking the cave. Oh, I guess that's it. Crater pathway. Wait, what? From Glendenwood to crater pathway. Oh, well that's the same as this. Dirt. So we'll just do this. It's just a pain in the ass, it's all. You just have to keep running and running and running and running. Keep going up. Keep going up. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is this? Nonsense. This is not cool. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to do it. We're here. Now I just have to figure out where the damn settlement is without getting killed on the way. You gotta run around the lake. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd have to run through the entire dungeon, but no, I was right there at the exit. There it is. They make it easy to find. Unfortunately, it's surrounded by high-level bad guys. So you have to be careful. I actually want to kill this. Cephalniphus. These guys are pushovers. All they do is debuff and cast, or do really weak melee attacks. So as long as you're patient, you can kill them. Flying squids. You gotta love flying squids. Squid snails. Freaking A, I'm telling you, Danny. And he didn't drop what I was hoping he would. But that's okay. We leveled up. There's no swimming in this game. So the water's really just cosmetic. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't really need to get to the village. What the hell is this? Oh, it's Festival Stone. The Hope Slayer has been defeated. Balzeron, the Hope Slayer. He's the big evil in this world. Like World of Warcraft has Sargeras. Well, Balzeron is the big evil in this world. The guy we want is up here. want to make sure I don't screw this up, so I got to make sure I get the right one. It's been a while. Oh, it's obviously not the crossbow. Give me just a second, I'm going to ask the professionals. You know, you take one of these things, you apply it to this thing, and then you hand it to this guy, and he makes a weapon out of it. I'm just waiting for a response to my question. So I don't want to get the wrong one and then have to do this all over again. I'm pretty sure I have to get the mace one, but I don't want to... This guy just has a little bit of everything. High mana stones, or superb mana charges. Neat. That's like batteries for your gear. Use this on a diamond infused pyrrole ingot. So I don't want one of the blue ones, I definitely want one of these ones. But which one? The bows are really cool. I'm going to get one for my archer also. And there's a wand too, I think. Oh, that's the tool you use to make the serrated arrows. The sword is just sexy as hell. I wish I could get the sword, but I don't think, I think I have to get the mace. I think that's it. That's what it's telling me is the, yeah, it's the mace. Pretty sure it's the mace. Well, let's try it and see what happens. Yep, and that's that. Now you can take this weapon . Oh, never mind. I said purple and blue. It's the wrong... Yeah, he was answering a different question. You can take this weapon. The nebulous golems, I think. might have gender identity issues. But that's not verified, you know, and you don't want to assume. But you can take this mace and put an elemental stone into it, and it will infuse it with that elemental property, like acid, lightning, whatever. Or you can just leave it as is, and it's bludgeoning. So you make one for each element, and then you use the base one as is. And there's ways to upgrade them too with other stones. But yeah, that's the way that works. So there, that was fun. I'm glad I got to share that with you. I'm not done yet. I'm just... What's the, what is it, 16 to 40, and the club that we were using, or the staff that we were using is 20 to 50. Alrighty then. 25.2. So the stick that we were using was actually better. But you have to get an outline. That's the rule. And when you put the stone in, the stats increase. I just gotta figure out which stone I want to put in it. Fire is the most obvious, but I already have a fire weapon. Well, we'll figure it out at some point. Looking on the wiki. Forgive me for just a second. Give a black boulder. Oh God. Oh, I know where that guy is. Alright. Ah, that's going to be fun. That's a very high level thing. There are, yeah. This is a friendly one, but yeah, they're all over the place. There's one there, there's one there. There's a bunch of them out in the water. Well, this place has a bunch of magma golems around it. It's kind of their thing. But that's that. Okay, that was one of the ones I wanted to get tonight. Hell of a lot cool looking than the stick, isn't it? You think? Which do you prefer, this or the stick? I mean, I know it has feathers, but it's still just a stick. Okay, what are we doing, what are we doing, what are we doing? We almost got our suit together. We just need to get some sleeves and a helmet, and we got our suit of Yori armor. So let's just do some random killing for a bit, look for some gear. And we'll do that in, it doesn't matter, Greenspire. We'll go to Greenspire. The island's good for that stuff because they tend to drop. It's much more compact and they tend to drop better stuff there. But before we do that, I'm going to go grab a coffee. Here's our buddy, the buffer. Let's check our buffs out anyhow. Can I cast anything? Item enchantment is 200. 210. That should be level 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be able to do level 4 item enchantment now. Really need to raise our creature. We're almost to the point now where we can buff ourselves. Once we get to level 6s, we can start doing our own buffs. So I'm watching the Discord at the same time, so forgive me if I drift off for a second over here. But our spells, we want our item spells, level 4. Ah shit, we have to buy them. Derp. Let's do that before we go get our coffee. And we'll do that in heavy in tow. We need our Banes. That's going to make us nigh invulnerable. I don't know why, but every server I've played on so far, the town crier for heavy and towed, this town crier right here, has always ended up on top of that sign. I don't know why that happens. Maybe they all share code or something. Acid Bane, Blade Bane, don't need that, Bludgeon Bane, Defender, Flame Bane, Frost Bane. These are our armor buffs. Impenetrability, which increases the base armor level, Piercing Bane, and I think that's it. I always get weak and lock too. It makes locks easier to pick. And this is how difficult it is to learn spells. You ready for this? You can get these as random loot too. Because it does start to get really expensive once you get into higher levels. Then we want our level 4s. Impenetrability, and then our 3 physicals, Bludgeon, Blade, and Pierce. Those are the most important ones. The elemental ones aren't necessarily as important because you don't come across that as often during melee combat, and it doesn't do anything against spells. So, Acid, Frost, and Lightning. Did I not get Lightning Bane? Huh, forgot Lightning Bane. And Lightning. That covers your physicals and your elementals. That's for all your armor. Target yourself like that and cast it on all the armor that you're currently wearing. Then we want our stamina to mana self. And vitalize self. And we're good to go. I was talking to some folks earlier today. We used to have not competition so much as competitions to see who could jump to the top of these towers. All the show towns have one of them in every town. Getting to the first ledge was always problematic because you have to stand down here and you have to, well, your jump skill has to be high enough for starters, which as you can see mine isn't. I think we used to do it from here. We used to start on top of the little lamppost. This is what the things we would do when we get bored, or when we just didn't feel like doing anything. You'd start from up here and then you'd jump up to the first lip there, and then you'd have to make your way all the way up to the top. Not as easy as it seems, because once you start getting to the top, there's very little clearance between the outside edge of here and the outside edge of here, and you have to go up and over, and it's hard to get that turn, that arc. And that was the challenge. And there you go. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab coffee. Somebody's talking about a possible server reboot. I haven't left yet. Well, we'll find out. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Realize this isn't as exciting for you guys as it is for me. But this is my alma mater. This is where I started gaming, online gaming, MMOs, you know. This is my EverQuest. So let's make our way back to Greenspire, shall we? And see if we can't finish out our suit. Sorry, he's got another overloaded message. And I found a fix for it, but it's a pain in the butt. But whatever. Seems to be okay now. Okay, we're gonna go get our buffs. We're gonna bane our armor and our shield. Probably just our shield. I don't think we need to bane our armor. I think that has banes built into it. Yeah, it seems to. Well, some of them. Yeah, crappy ones. Now we'll do them both. What the hell? Green Spire, that's where we want to go. So I appreciate your patience with me, humoring me. What the hell? He's getting a little laggy, isn't it? And we're going to do that again to our shield. Now I effectively have 2 layers of armor. Whatever the shield doesn't block, it's blocked by the armor that I'm wearing. And there we go. We're off. Let's go kill stuff. Oh, we're looking for He Tumerox out here, because there's another bunch of weapons that you can get from these totems that they drop. Hea, H-E-A, He Tumerox. Lots of silly names for things. All the monsters in this game are unique to this game. They didn't just take like goblins and gnolls and things like that. They made up all their own monsters, which I thought was cool. Try out our new beaten stick. I don't know what these guys are weak to. Fire seems to be most effective. Now later on they added a skill called Tinkering. That allowed you to, oh, server shutting down. Okay. "10 minutes. It'll be back up in 10 minutes. They have to do a reboot. Sorry about that. That was a bird. That wasn't a dog. Or a plant. It was a bird. And here is the first release of the FISA memo. It's the cover letter, and then the this is the actual memo. I don't know if any of you have read it yet, but I don't even know if you can see it. Can you see it okay? There's 3 pages. Well, 2.5 pages. This is just the first release, though. There's going to be others that are released, but they're completely declassified by Trump. Catching up on my Discord. Available for download from the White House website or something like that. I forget where I got it from. But it is available for download. The servers have been overwhelmed, so now expect connection issues. Well, we'll be back to the game as soon as I bring the servers back up. It takes them about 10 minutes. Until then, I'm going to step away and see if I can find something to nibble on. Be right back. This is all anybody's going to be talking about for the next couple days. So. And if they release the rest of it, which they should, Trump handed it over to Congress. Congress released this part first, and then they're going to release the rest later. Just waiting for the server to come back up. Yeah, yeah, probably. I can't believe people are still watching football. I mean, after all that bullshit over... Yeah, and it's stupid shit, I know. But... You know, with all the not kneeling and whatnot, I'm surprised more people didn't just tune out. I mean, I know their numbers have been down. But, I don't know. Kind of says a lot about where the American mindset is right now. I'll still do boxing and some MMA. But that's about the extent of it. I used to try to watch football. I didn't pay attention to it, but I watch the important games, you know, Thanksgiving, Super Bowl, that kind of stuff. Never could make it through an entire baseball game. Hockey. Used to enjoy hockey. I come from my mom's side of the family, everybody watches sports. Everybody. My uncle had a heart condition, so he wasn't able to work. So instead he had his basement converted over into his sports room. And he had charts and stats and whatnot. And this was back before computers, so he had to do it all by hand. All around the walls of the room for every freaking sport you can imagine, including like European soccer and all these just random things. Team sports, not boxing or anything like that, but football, baseball, hockey, soccer, college, and pro. And he'd just that's all he would do is keep track of all this stuff. Spend all his time down in his basement with a couple different TVs running, watching different games, and then another one playing on the radio. Crazy. But that whole side of the family's been very sports oriented. My grandmother was into professional wrestling on that side of the family. That's who got me into professional wrestling, actually. Not a sport, obviously, but yeah, you'll never see that again unless you watch either Ring of Honor, you know, ROH. Although ROH is very clean wrestling. They want to keep it very clean, and the Japanese IJPW and whatnot. WWE is actually getting a little too mainstream. Not mainstream, but square. With their PG era. Okay, and we're back. I just have to do a server restart. And we logged into a fragment. Woot. No, it isn't. They're trying too hard to satisfy too many audiences, and just can't do it. Vince is actually thinking about selling the company. He's probably going to end up selling it to Triple H, though, rather than Stephanie or Shane. I mean, he is 70. The guy's getting on in years. Let me see a fragment. I want it dead. Whatever the hell his name is, started that crap because he was a third stringer. Never had a chance of making it big. So he... Gene Snitsky, yeah. With them teeth. Yeah. Yeah, old Snitsky. That's what we're looking for right there. Oh, really? That's funny. Buster Douglas, oh, does he really? He, Buster Douglas, right after he beat Tyson, you know, he had his drug problem. Went into rehab. Sorry about that. But he went to a rehab center here in town. My dad had a part-time convenience store job, filler job. And so Buster Douglas used to come in all the time, looking really rough. Choking on a cracker. Sorry. Renzi Stalker. It's probably Snitsky didn't go on the independent scene, but I don't know. It was obvious from the get-go that he wasn't going to go very far. You can almost tell with some of them. These guys drop pelts. That you can turn in for XP. Oh, is he? Well, that's cool. At least he's still working. Like that. Now we're looking for Yori sleeves. And then once we get all the different pieces, then we're going to try to get a matching set with good spells on it. He's always been a big guy. He probably started rolling up though. Oh, really? That's cool. As long as he's doing it the right way. I hate using Twitter anymore. It just pissed me off so much lately. They're stupid shit. Started using Gab and Mines instead. You know, for those times when I need something like that. I'll take that too. The nice thing about playing a melee character is you have a shit ton of strength, so you can carry all kinds of things before you're encumbered. Okay, we don't need any burrowers. We're going for higher level stuff. Got banned 3 times. I've never been banned. I don't get banned on anything, really, because I tend to follow the rules. That's not big, it's just the way I roll. Just the way I roll, yo. 7. Oh, right. Sound like Harry. Harry has a reputation on various social media sites as being difficult. It's funny, cracks me up. Damn kid. Ooh, Mully. I love a Mully armor. It's hard to find a good set of it though. Yeah, that one will get you in trouble. That one will get you in trouble. They don't like to hear about that. I'm not saying I disagree with you, it's just yeah, it's always sensitive. You have the ADL on your butt. I need a good slashing weapon. No, this is Asheron's Call. Came out right around the same time, just a couple months after. As I said earlier, if they'd been more on top of their production schedule, everybody'd be playing Asheron's Call instead of EverQuest. But it's not actually a live game anymore. It went down a year ago. So you're not actually watching me play. It's a simulation. Kidding. Of course. Danny's probably sick of hearing this story, but the story is the company that owned the game, Turbine, the same people that did what was it, Middle Earth Online, I believe, and a few others. I think they did D&D Online too. Told everybody in advance that they're going to be bringing the servers down sometime in the near future, but if you want to go ahead and put an emulator server together, do so with our blessing. You know, just kind of like what EverQuest did with P99. They're not going to give them the code, but if you want to, you know, figure it out on your own, by all means do so. And then after they brought the servers down, they sold the intellectual property to Warner Brothers. And but during that time, people were putting their servers together. I'd never played Gothic, I don't know. So we had all these servers up and running. They were primitive, they were very basic. There wasn't a lot to do on them, but it was a work in progress kind of thing. And then Warner Brothers comes along with the DNCs. Because, you know, heaven forbid, the 1,200 people that still play the game want to enjoy it without making any money on it whatsoever. But whatever. So they just kind of went underground. That's why I won't give out any server information or anything. Because I enjoy this game. This is the one I played first. Everybody else, you know, started on EverQuest. I started on Asheron's Call. So this is always going to be my special game. But I want to continue to enjoy it, so I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. Got permission to stream, but from the guys who run the server. But as long as I do so quietly. Well, the first time I saw it play, this is even before I even had my first computer. I stopped over at my buddy's house in down in Florida, and he was playing this game where he had this big old axe in his hand that he picked up off of one of the giants. Legions are called. But it's this big, huge, oversized axe. Just this big monstrous thing. And he's running down the beach with this thing just waving around as he's running. And all around there's all these people like launching fireballs and lightning bolts at these things on the beach near Eastham. It's this town right up here on the coast. And it was the coolest thing ever. And I, what the hell is all this? And he said, oh, this is an online game. And I said, what do you mean online? And he said, oh, it's a game you play online with other people from all around the world. And I said, I didn't understand, you know, I had no concept. So he explained to me that all these other people that I'm seeing throwing fireballs and whatnot around are actually people sitting at their computers in their homes playing the same game. And I couldn't wrap my mind around it. How can the game process all those different perspectives? You know, of course, now I get it. But back then I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. But I had to play it. So I went to a rent-a-center, or errands rental, same thing, basically. And got a rent-owned computer. Loaded it up. And started playing. And then a couple months after that, I built my first computer. Not that I had a choice in the matter. The owner of the game shop I was working at brought me all the parts and said, here's your computer, put it together. So I was forced to learn. Then I did that, and installed Windows 98. And yeah. Loaded up AOL so I could get my internet connection through dial-up and started playing. And I would do 16 hours a day, I shit you not. From the time I woke up, if I didn't have to work that day, that's all I would do all freaking day, was play this damn game. Yeah, well, it actually hurt the business at the game shop. Because people were too busy at home playing EverQuest or Asheron's Call. In fact, when Game Master like a Disney driver or something. Nobody likes to be the Game Master. Everybody hates being the Game Master. Game Master has to do all the work. It's a pain in the ass. I always get stuck doing it. Because the players in the game, they have to control one character, whichever character they're playing. But the Game Master has to control everything else, everything they see, everybody they talk to. Yeah, well, we were just as guilty of it though, because while I'm at the shop, folks would come into the shop and we talk about what we were going to do in the game that night, and I'd try to get everybody out of the store as quick as I could so I could go home and play. Because everybody at the shop was playing in one form or another. But then we realized that we were just incredibly freaking lonely. So everybody just started going back to the shop again, putting the games on hold, or being a little more, what am I trying to say? Conservative with their gameplay. Alright, Savo, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Once I get a good suit of gear, or set of gear, I'm going to start kicking it up a notch, going after harder targets and whatnot. Right now I'm just trying to equip my character, and there's only one way to equip your character in this game, and that's go out and find the shit, and it's all random drops, except for some of the quest weapons and whatnot. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. A combination of finding gear and doing some of the quest weapon stuff. The preliminary stuff for the quest weapons. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You can actually take bludgeoning damage from like if a monster jumps off a cliff to get to you and lands on your head, you'll take bludgeoning damage from it. I really want to put a nice suit of Covenant together, but it's just so bad. Now, maybe I'll try to put a suit together just to show you what it looks like, because it's really sexy looking. I like the armored helms, or the horned helms. There's my magic defense. Yeah, we can take that. We're going to start collecting Covenant pieces too, until we get a whole suit together. There's when you jump off a thing, you take bludgeoning damage, and you take it in your feet, because all the damage in the game is targeted to a specific body part. Like if the game determines where the mob hits you. So like if the armor on your legs is less effective than the armor on your chest, and you get hit in the legs, you'll take more damage than you will if you get hit in the chest by the same mob. So when you're jumping off a high cliff or something like that, oh, that'd be weird. One of the ways you get a low-level character to... there was this dungeon called the Subway. Everybody called it the Subway. And down at the base, very bottom of the Subway, were portals to all these different towns. This is before the town network portals. But to get to those portals, you had to jump down this really deep pit. And you took a lot of impact damage when you landed, and a low-level character was just going to die outright. So instead you would hit yourself with the bludgeon protection and increased armor protection from the life magic, and then you'd use item magic to buff your shoes for bludgeon resistance. And then when you jumped, you didn't take any damage. Wizard epic. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? It looks much better when it has a stone in it. That dark black area in the center, in the center of the claw, that's where the stone goes. And depending on which stone you throw in there, it's either purple, green, white, or red, depending on which element you use. But then it also has the fire, or the elemental effects trailing from it, like my shield does. You can see the fire coming off my shield. I noticed that there's no shields in the game yet. So you can only use store-bought ones. I'm just looting random stuff. Eventually I'll get a suit of armor of some sort together. Major light weapon aptitude. That is mine. Perfect. Can't use it yet, but very close. Wait, am I? Arcane Lord? No, not close at all. But I will get there, and then I'll be able to use that. Very nice. Good find. Good find. Yeah, See, that's what I mean. They get all these hype built up around them, and then when you actually get in the game, you realize, oh, this isn't what I wanted at all. You'll go through it quick, Danny. I think we did most of 35 in one night in Guck. Because it's the XP mod in that zone is so high. Hell, I got to 35 a bunch of times. It's easy. I got through 35 a bunch of times. On the same character, too. These guys are weak to acid, and I don't have an acid weapon. Hate using quest weapons, because they're not as good as the random drop weapons. Oh, gotta buff my armor. Major mana conversion prowess. That's just a nice freaking ring altogether right there. 132. I really need to raise my arcane more. Shit, stuff's starting to get expensive. 169. Well, we'll keep that on the back burner for right now. Yeah, isn't it purple? Shit, I gotta buff my armor, I forgot about that. How much time we got left? 28 minutes on our next till we have to buff again. We should just do that. Go back and rebuff. I gotta turn these damn stones into, where do I, Calabar. I gotta do that. Click our little thing. We'll go for a ride. Oops, I don't want to go that way. Should take you through some of those dungeons just to show you what they're like. It's neat stuff. Maybe we'll do that instead, because it's boring just watching somebody go out in the field and kill stuff. I get it. Garundum, and we're going to Calabar. Calabar used to be one of my regular stomps because, oh, there is an iron portal. No shit. Thank you very much, fellas. That just makes my life so much easier. Normally that town's really hard to get to. It's the town way out here on the west coast of the Dire Lands. And the only way to get to it is either run, or there's the halls of Metos right here. I described that earlier, where there's 3 of them scattered around the world, and when you exit, you could exit outside of any one of the 3. So you never knew where you're going to come out at. But if you just kept doing that, exit, enter, exit, enter, exit, enter, eventually you'll end up at just outside Iron, and then it's just a short run down the hill. But there's a lot of really high level stuff on the way. So, but yeah, they added a portal right to it. So brilliant. That makes me happy in my pants. But we need Calabar right now, and there it is. And Calabar was significant because up the road a piece, going into the mountains, I think this was the valley. I don't know, I always get turned around here. But you follow this valley up and you end up in one of the Lugian citadels. It's just a whole bunch of giants, and then you just back yourself into a corner with a lightning weapon and just start killing. That's where you go to grind, when you're just grinding out levels. And it used to be back in the day, it was just chock full of people, but then they changed a lot of stuff, like they do. And quality of life kind of declined a bit. Where the hell's this guy at? Right up there. Stone collector. But there's very seldom any benefit to grouping in the game. It's like if 3 people are attacking a mob, everybody's going to get at least some XP off of it. Damn, 30,000 XP for these. Should grab some more. And then we could take these to Heavy and Tow and give them to the Obsidian Enchantress, and we'll get some shit for it. I don't freaking know. We'll get XP for it, that's the important thing. Tried giving him to this lady earlier, but you have to give him to the Stone Collector first, and then you can take him down to this lady and she'll give you something else for him. Probably some kind of gem or a potion or some stupid shit, but it's the XP that you want. The other stuff doesn't matter. There is housing in the game, but they haven't figured out a way to make it remember who owns the house yet. So, as soon as you log off, the house forgets all about you. But the housing is really nice. I'll show you one of the houses as soon as I get a chance. There's a golem. I always kill golems. They could drop notes. If you look really close, you'll see that these Madakars only have 3 legs. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. See, that's why we killed golems. I got me a moat fetish. Check that one. Okay, that's it. What was I saying? Was I saying anything? Doesn't matter. Oh, look, another golem. Oops. Okay, nothing else worth killing. Then we take these obsidian jewels, hand them to the obsidian enchantress, and she gives us a gem of black fire. And apparently that does something. Wait, we're not getting any XP for this. What's the deal, yo? And that casts armor other 5 on you. There you go. So that was a wasted trip. Now where were we going? There was a plan. Oh, we're going to rebuff. Lots of portaling in this game. I'm just going to go over to Shaoxi. Here's our buffer. I'm going to grab one more coffee. Be right back. And then we'll grind out some actual quests. Okay, and here we go. That was the last cup in the pot, and it smells kind of chewy. It smells a little chewy. Okay, we'll get our buffs. We'll go into the we'll do some of the facility hub quests. Just to show you kind of how it works. Some of them are just pain in the ass. The dungeons are so long and convoluted. Where are we? 37, so we'll go down here to the level 30 stuff. 25, 20? Yeah, 25. Let's see what 25 offers. So I need to go to... No, that's an outside quest. It's not quite what I was looking for. And no, we're not doing that. Coal your mines. That one's a pain in the ass. It involves 2 different dungeons. That's one of the pain in the ass ones. Meat Crowley. Okay, we can do this one. You can actually get a weapon out of it. Really need a better shield. And that's our buffing. I guess we're going to need this, because it's all skeletons in here. Uh-oh. But first... The downside to playing a melee character is, normally, you're right there in front of the bad guys. So you cannot avoid the spells. Usually have that enough health that you're able to heal yourself. But, yeah. Like an archer, they can just sidestep an incoming spell from far away. Melee character doesn't have that option. Ooh, I see a fragment. I can smell them. Nothing. Damn it. You guys never drop anything except these dildos. It's for a housing item. Uh-oh, we got shadows. I get distracted easily. Horrifying, isn't it? But you gotta do it. Because they drop stuff. No, we don't care about drudges. The fragments in the shadows came out right around the same time, because the two go hand in hand for the shadow armor. You need an equal number of parts from the shadows as you need from the fragments. This one is pretty straightforward. I shouldn't need a map for it. It's a lot of skeletons. Actually, I can run through most of it. Stop until you get stuck. See if fire does any better. They're weak to fire and bludgeoning. I don't know which one does better damage. Let's find out. It's like fire. Oh, my fire weapon's a little better. Oh, come on, don't start respawning. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's a whole army of them after me. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Move, 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 move. God, look at all of them. Jesus. Now I wish I was a mage. Alright, I missed something somewhere. Took a wrong turn. How could I have? There's only one way to go. They're so quiet, all you hear is rattles. They don't make any noise except the rattling of the bones. What the hell did I do wrong? These things can't really hurt me. Took a wrong turn somewhere. You can turn these in as is for XP, or you can make keys to unlock them and turn them in for more XP. It's really a pain in the ass though. Okay, me Crowley's. This is 25. Well, that doesn't look anything like what I'm in. Not even a little. That's supposed to be the exit portal, but that doesn't look anything like what I'm currently in. Interdasting. Unless, oh wait, I'm way back there at the beginning. I think I just went in a circle. So we go this way. this way. Doesn't matter, they all go the same way. This way, and this way. Then when we get to this intersection, we take a right. That's what I did wrong. I went left instead of right. That brings us here. Then we go down here. Now I can start shedding off some of these guys. I'll get hung up on the, or not, whatever. 1, 2, 3, and then straight ahead should be our note from MacLeod, and then there's the side passage. Alright, we got this. Then we go around the loop-de-loop. We go around another loop-de-loop. Then we go down here and we start getting to like that. Okay, so I want to go the middle one and this one. It's back in. Excuse me, fellas. Excuse me, fellas. And that's our objective right there. And there's a way to upgrade this thing apparently, but we're not interested in that. Then I take this back down to that dude and hand it into him, and he gives us a big fat stack of XP. It's the least he could do for making me run through all those skeletons. You know what I'm saying? Bing. Level 39, and we got new bludgeoning weapon. 9 to 18. What is this one? 7.2 to 18. It's actually better. Now there's a way to upgrade this thing, and we might as well go do that. MacLeod's improved JT. South, MacLeod's Labyrinth. MacLeod's Labyrinth. Okay, so we have to go to Armies. This is going to be fun. I'm going to show you one of the ways to get around in the game. Is anybody even still here? Am I talking to myself? Go back to the town portal network. And all the housing settlements in the game, you know, the player-owned housing, there are portals that lead to each one of the settlements. Finding the portal to your settlement may not always be easy. You usually have to look it up. But Armies has a ring of portals nearby that take you to, where's that? 33.5 south. So we want to go south, 33.5 south. 13.2 east. So we want to go straight south from here to the giant chickens. Those chickens freaked me out the first time I saw one. Was not expecting that. Giant chickens dotting the landscape. We have to go one more click south. And down here are the housing settlements. And if you find one that's closest to your dungeon, then that gives you a shortcut to the dungeon you're heading to. And we are looking for the Al-Hatar settlement portals. And there it is. It's this portal way down here. And that gets us just a stone's throw away from the dungeon that we need to go to, which is 35.2 south. It's just a little bit south. Oh, but since we're here, these are houses. This is just the basic base model. Living room upstairs. Then you got a basement with a chest. Chest you can use for storage, and you can also put a backpack in it in this slot right here to get additional storage. Each one of these little things on the floor is a hook that you can hang stuff on. There's a limit to the number of things you can hang in your house. So you can't use every one of the hooks. But you can use it to either show off your trophies from hunting, or put furniture in there and pictures, hang pictures on the walls, whatever you want to do. You can put shrubberies outside or whatever you want to do. But these are the base model houses. Use this thing to purchase it. 1 root of refuge, a bronze armadillo spine, and 300,000 pyreals. And then every month you have to pay rent. Every month you have to pay 30,000 pyreals. Pyreals are the unit of money. And if you forget to pay your rent, there's a 30-day grace period. If you forget to pay it within that 30 days, you lose your house and everything in it. So you want to make sure you pay your rent. But that's a base model house. And they come in different flavors. You know, there's that one over there. There's this one here. They come in different varieties. But they're all basically the same. 2 floors, 1 chest, bunch of hooks. Then you have, this is a cottage. Then you have villas that are considerably bigger. And that's the biggest dwelling that one person can use. There's also apartments which are smaller. It's just a room. There's a hallway with a bunch of rooms in it. And then there's a force field that keeps people from going into your apartment. But they're like little neighborhoods. It's kind of neat though. It's like little apartment blocks. And then guilds, monarchies, allegiances can get a mansion, which are really freaking huge. It's like 20 rooms, hooks out the yin-yang. No, you can't take somebody else's stuff unless they give you permission. There's a whole permission system. And in fact, you can keep people out of your house. If you don't want anybody in your house at all, you can put in the command to deny access to everybody. And it'll put a dome over top of your house, force field. You can't see it until you actually run into it, and then there's like this blue sparkly stuff when you run into it. It puts a force field over your house. You can go through it, but nobody else can, unless they have permission. So we want to go to 35.2 south, 23.8 east. But that's housing. No more east and south. So we got 40 minutes on our buffs, give or take. Doom Reaver. And just like the Manticars, these things only have 3 legs. I don't know what the deal with that is. Rendy director. This could be problematic. Let's try it. This guy might kick our ass. Why not? Oh, that was worthwhile. Unstable magma column. No, the legend doesn't seem to work any better. He's actually doing better with piercing. I think these things blow up when you kill them. Yeah. Yeah, that was right. But it's still got them. Could drop them out. So you have to kill them. Those are the rules. Shadow Lieutenant. Ruh-roh, Rorge. We got shadows. These guys are normally a pain in the ass because they cast spells. But for some reason, these guys don't seem to be too prone to spell casting. Oh, he's double striking. See that? Triple striking. There's certain weapons that allow you to do that. It's called multi-strike. The higher your skill is, the more times you strike per stab. It'll go. Come on, give me shadow poop. I need shadow poop. I'll take those. Major creature enchantment. Yes, please. If I hang out here long enough, another one will pop. So, let's rebuff our shit while we're here. Actually, we're on our way to do something. I can't be doing this. Okay. Quit getting distracted. 15.9 east. Oh shit, I'm running completely the wrong direction. No, that's right. 23.8 east. 35.2 south. So we gotta go a little more north actually. Just gonna blast past all this stuff. Unless it's a trophy item that I really need, I'm just gonna run past. Ooh. Ah. Oh, that's problematic. I just gotta let it go. So I gotta get through this dungeon before my buffs run out. a Lord of Decay. I don't know if I've ever seen one of those before. Well, that was anticlimactic. Oh well. Now we know. It is probably for something that's just not scripted yet. That guy's a spellcaster. Should be right up on top of this hill. Please stop punching me. It's really not appreciated. Another Verendi director. They drop keys for troves. And masks. In I Am a Core, there's another Verendi that will turn that mask into an actual wearable mask. It casts some spells. I don't know. $35.2 south. 23.8 east. So yeah, it is on top of this hill. There. Just had to find the way up. That's all. And there it is. Oh, Bone Knights and Bone Lords. Joy! Hopefully I can just run through. Oh, this is a fun one. Okay, so we just got to go straight ahead, take a right, take another right, and we're there. Straight ahead. Hold on a second. Ah, damn it. There's a puzzle. Of course there is. I don't want to do all this. I'm just going to have to go this way first. Now let's see what happens. How the hell do you open the door? That's my question. Oh, come on. This is crazy. You have to click on that, and then you have to run all the way back up through there. Come on, fellas, get out of the way. That opens number 2. Which is all the way over there. Should be able to do most of this without doing any killing. Just a lot of running through and getting hung up on things. Then I have to run all the way through to this side. That's the door that lever opened, and then you go through here. There's a double roundabout. Then you got this lever here. Through the double roundabout. That opened this door here. I want to go through the twisty twist, and then I want to go take the right fork once it forks. I remember doing this with a buddy of mine. And it took us forever to figure out the trick, the solution. But we did eventually. And that should open up the one in the center. Go through the door, then our very first left. Got it. There we go. Now from here, it's just straight ahead. Take a right. Across the little thing. And that's the person we're looking for. Me Crowley. Ah. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, you're killing me. He won't take it. All that for nothing. How about that? Hasn't been implemented yet. Ain't that some shit? Actually better than the Atlan weapon though. Has a lower variance, higher base. Take your damn thing. You don't know what I went through to get here. Oh well, we tried. Now we know. Oh well. Well, I think I want to wrap it up there. It is getting close to 3 o'clock. Thank you for holding it out with me. Tomorrow night, EverQuest. Saturday night, Gathering. Yeah, I think that's it. So until then, 11 o'clock Eastern, we'll be down in Lower Guck. So you folks have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out, and see you tomorrow.